what you're looking at is the rarest Vegeta in the game. And it's pretty apropos that I say the rarest Vegeta, because he's actually the sole survivor, the last of his kind, much like the Saiyan warrior race that were wiped out by that white devil Frieza piece of garbage. This rare Vegeta technically no longer exists in the game. Now, the reason why I say he no longer exists is because although I have him, although I am an OG, although I got him to SA10, ooh, he is sexy. He technically no longer exists because the event where you could farm him from no longer gives out the R version of the card. I don't know why, but for some reason the event chose to just skip over the R versions of the card. There's actually an Int Nappa who I no longer have because I awakened him. I lost that man. But yeah, as you can see, there's an SR Int Nappa and an SR STR Vegeta. And this Vegeta is the Vegeta I just showed you, but in awakened form. But for some reason, they no longer give you the R card because they basically reformatted the event. And they made it so that, for some reason, I don't know why, you can only get this Vegeta, who, honestly, he's okay. You know what I mean? But let's be honest. He got a blockhead. He looks stupid. This is the real Vegeta. This is it. Over 9,000 prodigies, big bad bosses. They gave big bad bosses to an R card. This guy is a god. Now, unfortunately for me, like I said, I did get rid of my Nappa because the one I had R, I had awakened him and I made him into the UR Nappa, which, you know, he's pretty cool and all, but I made a big mistake. I should have kept the R drip to keep it going. But, you know what? He's the rarest Vegeta in the game. The man no longer exists. He does look a little bit like a troll doll. I'm not going to lie to you. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot to the head. I'm going to go ahead and take on Portal of Memories. And it is a weekday. And you know how it is. When it's a weekday, you know what that means. It means I got to use keys. It means the game is making me suffer. It's making me cry. Because they're forcing me to use my keys. And as you can see, I only have 21 keys after attempting this godforsaken event a million times. But that's alright. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what they say. Try, try, try again. And we're in the game. Now, as you can see, as you know you gotta hit them with the pre-record. Anytime you're doing some dumb shit like this, it's going to take at least 3 weeks to complete. Believe it or not, this actually was a lot harder than I anticipated. And by hard, I really just mean RNG and team selection, because once I switched up my team, this became a lot more manageable, because originally I was not using this Tech Goku. By the way, this Tech Goku was really fucking good, dude. Like, without the EZA, he's pretty good for damage reduction and defense. But with his EZA, he's like a must-have unit, dude. This guy, dodge. This guy's a god, dude. He's really fucking good. So I put this man on the team. He's out here taking hits. You know what I mean? He don't give a look at that. No item, 89k attack. Get the fuck out of here. And he lowers attack also with a super attack. And then I also brought Ultra Instant Goku, which is good for the dodges. As you can see, this guy's dodging. And Ultra Instant, of course, he's going to dodge because he's never let anyone down ever. But we're not here for these bums. We're here for the Prince of all Saiyans. Hold up. Let's see this. Hold on. Shut up, Vegeta. Look at that. Boom. 4,800 damage, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. So, like I said, this Vegeta technically no longer exists in the game. The only way to get him, from my understanding, is that you just had to have played the game like 3 years ago. And you just, farm that card, have that card, never awaken him. By the way, I was thinking of being lazy in the past and not farming extra copies and just being like, fuck it, I'll just awaken this Vegeta. But I looked at his art, I looked at that troll doll here, I said, look at that face. I can't awaken him for this ugly, stupid-looking SR, so I kept him around. And not only did I keep him around, I actually got him to SA10 at some point in time. I don't know when or why I did that, but that's one of those proud moments that you can look at yourself. Sometimes you look at your past self, you're younger, you're dumber, you're pretty much an inexperienced idiot. But in this case, I knew what I was doing. I got this man to SA10. I brought the prince to greatness, and much like himself in the anime, where he's one of the lone Saiyans left alive after Vegeta, that piece of garbage, destroys the planet, he too was one of the last OG R Saiyans in the game. Technically, I think the only two cards that are like this is the Int Vegeta, the Int Nappa, and this STR Vegeta. I can't really think of another card that, other than like a login bonus, is like this, where it's super rare, where if you didn't get it at that point in time, from an event anyway, you're not going to get it. I mean, they've had things like, the first world tournament. You got Tech Roshi. The first, I don't know what tournament it was. You got AGL Oob, stuff like that, where they're fairly rare, but I can't really think of anything other than this. I'm just going to go on and say, this is the rarest card in existence. No one has this card. Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. I watched the video not too long ago of, who the fuck, The Truth DT. I love how I go, who is it? Who's that person? One of the biggest fucking people that makes content for this game. And he was talking about his account. He was flexing with his account. He's like, yo, I got all the LRs in the game, you hear me? And I got them rainbowed, you hear me? We got LR killing Caulifla. We got this and that. First of all, this nigga flexing out here. He's like, yeah, I have every LR in the game except 1000 Day Goku. Nigga. I don't want to see an account without 1000 Day Goku. Get that fucking account out of here. Get it out of here. And not only that, I don't want to see an account without this R Vegeta. This R Vegeta is a sign of autism. I mean, a sign of pride. It's something that I hang my hat on. Look at this right here. Look at that. Vegeta looks like he's about to get attacked at the end there. It looks like I'm going to die. But I have faith in the Vegeta family, the Vegeta clan. Just Ichizaku. Boom. Hit that stun, stupid. But yeah, I remember seeing that. And I'm like, I think one of two things. One, weak account doesn't have the LRs I have. Two, or the LR I have that they don't have. Two, it really showed me personally just how autistic I am, because I was looking at his account. And he's like, yeah, I have this LR, I have that LR, I have this and that. And no part of me was jealous at all, because I remember, I'm pretty sure The Truth has made videos forever, but I do remember posts he's made on the subreddit. Just from the past, I've seen it, and that guy puts in money for this game. I don't know where he gets the money from. Me personally, I try to steal from my parents, but they're just broke, honestly, and it's kind of, it's one of those things. It's like growing up without a father, growing up without a mother who you can steal from. I'm trying to steal from people, but how can I steal when they have nothing to give? You know what I mean? It's one of those weird scenarios, but yeah, I saw the count and I was like, oh, like not, obviously it's amazing. He has all the cards, but the fact that you have to pay and like, you know what I mean? Like get sucked into that. It's just, I don't know, maybe low key, maybe it's just some broke boy shit. Like the fact that I'm like, oh, I wouldn't want to have to pay all that money and get all those cards. It's probably because I'm broke. That's low key why. But no part of me was jealous at all, because for me, whenever I see people with cards and the part of me that's not jealous, but like envious in the sense that, people pull a fucking LR with a single, or people, use 200 stones to get a million fucking SSRs. Or if you ever seen that Goresh video where he did the Android 16 summons and he got a million fucking Android 16s in one summon, you see that and you go, Jesus Christ, I wish I had that drip. I wish I had that luck. But then people who spend like hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars on the game, I feel like that eliminates the whole point of the whole point of the game is to try to get lucky. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I take that back. As someone who has spent $25.56 on this game, fuck luck, fuck that. I'm going to get more money, I'm going to buy more stocks, and I'm going to be rich as fuck, and then I'm going to buy all the goddamn Dragon Stones and get all the units. By the way, let me just say, speaking of stocks, I'd like to give a big shout out to China. I don't know what you're doing, but the Activision stock went up today. I looked at it, I'm only $40 down. So the fact that I'm only $40 down, low-key means that we really going to be $1,000 up by the end of the week. So BlizzCon is this Friday. Let me tell you something right now. If I don't make a video this weekend, I didn't make one this weekend, but if I don't make one this weekend coming up, listen, I might be dead. I might be on suicide watch, real talk, because if BlizzCon goes down the shitter, that stock is going down the shitter, and guess what? Me and my family are going to go broke. Well, not me. But my family will go broke, and it's because they deserve it. They should have fucking known I'm a gambler. But, yeah, actually, I forgot. This weekend, I had the intention of actually making content, actually making some videos. And then, two things happened, right? Two things that happened. All right, I'm not going to lie to you, right? There's only so many hours in the day, you know what I mean? When I go out with my friends, peep this super tech. When I go out with my friends, you know what I mean? You get lazy, you don't want to do anything, etc., etc. You come home. I got no energy, right? So that is a factor. But then Sunday, that's when, that's the Lord's Day. You listen to Kanye West's new album, that's Jesus' day. And that's usually when you get your shit together. And unfortunately for me, if you ever heard that song by oh my God, look at the super tech. Galagun! Boom. That's a big, I wish he died. That's a big hit right there, boy. That's a big hit. No one cares about your transformation, you blue-haired freak. I only want to see Scouter Vegeta, stupid. But yeah, Sunday, right? I'm going to tell you something right now. I woke up on that Sunday with no motivation in my body. No. I had zero energy. I woke up. I was ready to go back to bed. And I basically was a lazy piece of shit. And I was like, listen, I wanted to make a video. But I waited, right? I procrastinated. And this is a godly sign. This is something that let you know that a higher power exists and that higher power is fucking with you. And that is, as I go, right? As I'm like just sitting down, I'm on my computer, you know what I mean? I'm getting the juices flowing, I'm getting the energy going. All of a sudden, my fucking computer disconnects. And I'm just seeing the Roadrunner screen. I'm just looking at the fucking stupid dinosaur for Google Chrome where there's no internet. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is this shit? And, like, I'm looking at my computer. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And I actually have, oh, my God. Just thinking about this is draining my energy. I actually have the way that I use my computer. This is a mark of a really lazy piece of shit, by the way. Years ago, I bought a computer for my friend. Great computer, amazing computer. But here's the thing, right? I wanted to not buy another monitor. I just wanted to use my laptop. And the only way that I found I could actually use my laptop and not basically waste it and like get rid of it was to RDP to the tower. So the way that I have my setup right now is that I have a tower PC. It's connected via Ethernet. I have my laptop connected via Ethernet. And right now my laptop is remote desktop into the tower. And believe it or not, I've been doing this for 2 years. Dude, Windows fucking remote desktop is god tier. It's literally, if you have a good connection, I have like a 60 or 70 Mbps connection, which isn't that great, but it is pretty good. Dude, it's seamless. It's literally, there's no lag. I watch videos on it. I watch movies on it. I watch porno on it. You know, everything is fucking happening on this fucking computer. Peep the dodges, by the way. So RDP is fucking amazing, but you do need an internet connection. And this is where my energy starts dying. Like I said, I'm using my laptop as a monitor because I don't want to fucking use the tower and hook it up to my alternate monitor, right? So the internet fucking dies. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm looking at the fucking laptop. For some reason, I can go on the internet on the laptop, but I can't connect RDP to the tower. So I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? So I go get a fucking cable for the tower. I go on a magical adventure. Shout out to this Goku, by the way. Jesus Christ. One guy did 50% HP reduction. So I go, I plug it in, this, that, the third. By the way, I gotta tell you right now, I don't know, anyone who works IT, anyone who works at fucking Best Buy with the Geek Squad, anyone who fucking helps people plug shit in, I don't know how you don't jump out of a fucking window. I hate having to fucking plug shit in, have to debug it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the fact that I RDP to my tower is a miracle in and of itself, because in order to do that, you actually do need to do a little bit of setup. You need to fucking set up your router, set up your IP, set up all this bullshit. So it's really a miracle. It really is a miracle that I even bothered to do anything, to be honest with you. So I plug in the fucking tower. I look at it. I look at my computer. No internet connection. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go over to my router, look at my router. Everything looks fine, right? I'm using my Ethernet cables. This just shows you, like, sometimes you should really, like, look at the basics, because I'll give you an example before I continue of a really dumb thing that I've done in the past where it was just like a moment where really I just skipped a few steps and went a little too fast for my brain to handle. And that is, one time when I was younger, I had a friend come over to my house. This was actually the first time I ever played Call of Duty. By the way, shout out to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I played that recently. It's not a complete piece of shit. It's not a great game, but surprisingly, Activision, there's a reason why I invested in you. It's not complete and utter shit, but I digress. So my friend came over and we were playing Call of Duty Black Ops. This was the first time I ever played any Call of Duty, and it was really fun, dude. I'm not gonna lie. We were those niggas that were split screening, you know what I mean? And we were having a ball. But before I was able to play the game, I had to connect it to the internet. And as I'm doing this shit, I'm like, all right, I'm plugging everything in, and I'm like, oh shit, yo, the Xbox ain't connecting to the fucking internet. What the fuck is going on? So I'm like, all right, let me call Verizon. I call Verizon. I sit on the phone for 20 minutes. I'm finally talking to a representative. My friend's sitting right next to me. And I go, yeah, hi, hello. I'm trying to connect to the internet with my Xbox, and for some reason it's not working. And she gives me the whole spiel, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, all right, before we begin, can you just check, make sure the router's plugged in? And in my mind, I'm just thinking, this fucking dumb bitch. You don't think I already looked to see if the router's plugged in? What do you think I am, a fucking idiot? What do you think I'm a fucking... Oh, I look, the router's unplugged. So I waited on the phone for 20 fucking minutes just to feel like a fucking retard. So, again... Just like my past self, I did something I regretted. I did it again in the future. And that being that this whole issue that I'm describing is because my Ethernet wires fucking died. Like, I don't know what happened. My Ethernet cables are like 2 years old. So I don't know if, like, you know, I bought shit Ethernet cables. I bought them from Amazon. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're fairly cheap. I ain't paying no fucking $40, boy. I'm paying that nice price of $14.99. Bought them again, by the way. So they basically shit the bed, but my dumbass was like, this can't be a hardware issue. No, not at all. So I spent roughly 2 hours on the internet fucking troubleshooting every Windows issue ever. I'm looking at my fucking IP config. I'm changing my fucking IP. I'm uninstalling my fucking the fucking driver for the Ethernet, reinstalling it. I'm fucking restarting the computer, updating the computer. I'm going through all this bullshit, and then finally... I got to the point where science had finally won, and I said, you know what, let me take my fucking laptop. I walked to my modem, and I put the Ethernet that my regular computer was usually plugged into my laptop, and saw that it didn't work. And I was like, oh, fuck, the wire's fucked up. And I'm like, I spent 2 hours doing this shit just to figure this shit out. What the fuck? So I ended up midnight. I bought some Ethernet cables. Came the next day. Shout out to Amazon. I hope Amazon takes over the world. Just please, Bezos, don't put me in a wage cage. Please don't put me in a wage cage. And if you don't know what a wage cage is, that's pretty much my future in about 2 years. Yeah, so the reason why, there you go, here's your reason. The reason why I didn't make any videos, I'm a lazy piece of shit, and when I go to make the video, look at this, all this shit happens. It's like God telling me, no one wants to see your fucking videos. It's like, you know, it's one of those things. But to be completely honest, I had a good weekend. It was a nice lazy weekend. I did jack fucking shit. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I went out Friday, and I think I didn't go out. No, I didn't go out Saturday. I went out Friday. Went out to dinner with some friends. And then Friday, Saturday, came home. Actually played some nice Call of Duty with my friends. To be completely honest, again, Call of Duty's okay. Nothing to write home about. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if you played last year's Call of Duty, which I did, unfortunately, and if you played Call of Duty World War II, which I did, kind of fortunately. So, if you played World War II, you'll know that COD World War II launched as a pretty good game. And then by the end of the game's lifespan, it literally became one of the best Call of Duties. Like, I'm not even fucking with you. I know I'm going to sound like a gasser for saying that. But Fortnite was raping Call of Duty so much that Activision's like, listen, just actually make the game good. They put stopping power back in the game. They added a little baby map where you just run around with a shotgun. It's literally like Nuketown on roids. Super small, super rushing, super running. You cannot camp on this map. Well, you can kind of camp on a map, but it ain't like it ain't like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 with the Battle Royale camping, and it ain't like Modern Warfare where it's regular camping. It was more like people just hiding behind a van, and then you pop their head with a shotgun. So that Call of Duty was actually pretty damn good. I like that Call of Duty. Unfortunately, that Call of Duty made the mistake of thinking that people were just going to stick around and wait for it to be good. All of my friends stopped playing Call of Duty back then, and they actually ended up playing Dark Souls Remastered, which I ended up playing with them eventually. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like this Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, is a mix between Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is a piece of shit, and Call of Duty World War II, which is pretty damn good, and it comes out just being good, you know what I mean, like pretty good. I think what a lot of people have complained about with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I agree with, is that the maps fucking suck. The maps are ass. They stink. They're like, every map is like fucking a favela. Like, if you ever played Modern Warfare 2 favela, for the Spec Ops missions where like you're running around, the map is pretty big. There's like a million fucking buildings. There's a million places for people to camp. It's like, dude, like, can I play the fucking game? Like, I don't want to be a real fucking Spec Op warrior, nigga. Like, I just want to play the game. And the game actually ends up being very slow paced at points in time, which is annoying. But again, the thing that I like about the game, me personally, is that it is more so like Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, and that a lot of guns do have high stopping power, meaning like you usually don't have to spray people down you can tell that usually when you're shooting at someone, you get the first shot, you're usually going to kill them. I do like that. I like the gunplay mechanic. It does feel like a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, not Black Ops fucking 4, not fucking shitty Modern Warfare 3, where you have to fucking shoot people 9 million times with a shotgun. By the way, the game shotgun's not the worst ever. It's not on the scale of Modern Warfare 2, where you're just doing one shot, they're dead. But it ain't, it ain't terrible. But for me, I always kind of hated Call of Duty. Like, before even playing Call of Duty, I just always thought of it as like a really Chad game. Like, you're a fucking Chad if you play the game. But in reality, I think now I really dislike Call of Duty just for the simple fact that they really do the same shit over and over again. They never really do anything different. And it kind of ends up being that thing where it's fucking redundant. It's not as fun. And it just, you can only experience Call of Duty so many times. Like, every single Call of Duty, like, the fact that I did not play Black Ops 4 that much last year is a good thing, because Call of Duty is Call of Duty, you know what I mean? Like, I love Call of Duty, I love Halo, although I didn't really play Halo heavy, I played it with friends at their house. Although I like those games, and they are unique, and they are fun, there's only so many times you're going to play the multiplayer match. Like, the games are the same, you know what I mean? The only difference, and again, this is another example of saying why this Call of Duty isn't a complete piece of shit. They did introduce some new, kind of cool game modes. They have 2v2, which is gunfight, where you just spawn on a map, you and a teammate, you rifle through guns, and it's kind of like skill versus skill. You know what I mean? Basically, you shoot at each other. It's kind of like a mix between gun games, search and destroy, and free-for-all, kind of. It's pretty cool. It's different at the very least, which is weird because, again, like I said, Call of Duty is so used to doing the same shit over and over again. And honestly, I think if you paid attention to what Activision did last year was actually one of the worst times for Activision as a whole. They did Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It wasn't that big of a success. It didn't really sell that much, you know what I mean? And I didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people dropped it. It was not the Fortnite killer. It was not the thing to fucking put PUBG and Fortnite to shame. And then the thing that fucked Activision even more as a game company is that they pissed off a bunch of fucking Diablo fans by releasing a new Diablo game, which was mobile only, which is hilarious because now games are just starting to fucking go down this mobile route, To be completely honest, mobile games are becoming a larger phenomenon. I mean, even recently, fucking Call of Duty Mobile has 100 million downloads within a week. I saw that shit, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, who the fuck? I ended up downloading it. I go, who the fuck is playing Call of Duty Mobile? But people actually like it. Like, I heard from people who, I kind of trust as individuals, because let's be honest, there's so many people on YouTube that gas shits up. They're like, oh my god, it's an amazing game, and then he fucking plays a piece of shit. But there was actually some people that I like. If you ever heard of Modern War Negro or the Black Hokage, he actually had a video saying that he liked Call of Duty Mobile, which I found surprising. I was like, what the fuck? This motherfucker likes Call of Duty Mobile? And there's a lot of people who do like Call of Duty Mobile, and you can always kind of tell how good a Call of Duty game is based off the views and videos that people put out. So, like, for example, I'll give you an example, right? Call of Duty Black Ops 4, content that came out for that was a little quiet, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of interesting, it was kind of cool, but it wasn't, it wasn't crazy. Like, for example, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was a crazy game. People liked that a lot. Even Black Ops 3, and even, what was the game that came out recently? I think I don't know. But I know Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was, like, pretty hype. And obviously when Call of Duty was at its heyday, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, even Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 is when it started going downhill. By the way, shout out to Past Me. You know how earlier I said that sometimes you're regretting things that your past self did? My dumbass, as a little fucking kid, bought the elite version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which was $120 or $40, which is about $100 more than I should be paying, and that game was literally the worst Call of Duty I ever fucking played. And not only was it that I was a fucking retard, but my friends were retards because 3 of us bought the goddamn fucking elite pack. So that's what? Say it's $120. That's fucking $360 from some fucking idiot kids who were just so stupid that they actually went to their trouble. Watch this, by the way. Watch this. 30% damage reduction, 45% damage reduction. I ain't taking no chances. You know how many times I came to the stage and fucking died? Absolutely, positively not. I'm not taking a chance. So yeah, like I was saying, you can tell how good a Call of Duty is based off YouTube views. Dude, this Call of Duty is getting some fucking views, dude. Because, like, there's people who I followed, for years, Call of Duty commentators, you know what I mean? Like, some people, it's been years where they don't even make content anymore, really. White Boy 7th Street, Thunder Toro, Thunderstruck, Fisticuffs. Like, all these people, some of them are still kind of around, still kind of relevant. 8 Thoughts is kind of still around. El Presador kind of, sort of. His channel got nuked, but that nigga's like a living meme on the internet now. But, these Call of Duty commentators that, over time, it's funny, I guess you could kind of sort of categorize myself as a Call of Duty commentator because at Black Ops is when I started making videos. That was back when I would just make religious videos like a fucking weirdo. But I actually got a pretty decent amount of views, and the most popular video I ever made was a video response to, what's that dude's name? I cannot remember the guy's name, but I think it was, I can't remember his name. But he basically was doing like a creepy, creepypasta, and my dumbass, my dumbass watched the video and I go, "Yo, this is fucking it. This is definitely legit." And I basically made a religious video response saying, "Listen, dude, that might be fucking spirits going on. You know what I mean? That might be some crazy shit. It might be some haunted shit going on, dude. It might be some haunted shit." So I'm a fucking idiot. I think it was either that guy who camps or something else. I can't remember his fucking name, but he was a Call of Duty commentator. That was like my big video where I got more than, I think it was like 20,000 views, and I was like, holy shit, my fucking 14-year-old body was spazzing out, and I'm like, oh my god, I get to fucking get views and share the Lord's fucking name. I'm gonna go to heaven and get views. So yeah, I made videos back then, and there's a bunch of different commentators you may or may not have heard of them, but they were part of that kind of OG gaming scene on YouTube. Some of them are still around, and one of them that I do notice kind of have a little bit more relevancy than others to a degree is the Market J. If you know the Market J, he's someone who is pretty good at the game. He's played it for a pretty long time. I know he was like one of the first people, I think, in Black Ops 1 to post like a video, and this is back then. This is when Call of Duty was everything about like milestones. Like the milestone, like for him, was like getting 200 kills. And dude, you watch the video, you're like, Jesus Christ! Like, first of all, one, how are you this lucky to get in the lobby with a bunch of fucking mongoloids? And two, holy shit, 200 fucking kills. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is that the Market J at Black Ops was white hot popular. Then Modern Warfare 3 came out. I was still watching his shit. Popularity waned a little bit. After Modern Warfare 3 was Black Ops 2, I think. Again, popularity dipped a little bit. Then after that, it was Call of Duty Ghosts, I think. And that's when Call of Duty really hit the fucking rails of like people just not caring anymore. And Call of Duty's gone up and down. There's been games where no one fucking cared. There's been games where people liked it. But I'm telling you right now, Modern Warfare, it's got a buzz. Call of Duty Mobile got a buzz. Dude, Call of Duty Mobile, I saw a fucking video with 1 million views the other day. A guy holding the fucking phone with his hand. I'm like, holy shit, this is the mobile game I should be playing. Unfortunately for me, though, I like Dragon Ball Z more than anything else. So Call of Duty can go fuck it. I take that back. I love Call of Duty more than anything else. And that has nothing to do with, by the way, that has nothing to do with the fact that I'm investing in Call of Duty. I've just always felt like this. You know what I mean? I've always liked Call of Duty. But yeah, it's actually not that bad of a game, surprisingly. I have not played the mobile game yet. I played Modern Warfare with my friends. I'd assume the mobile version isn't terrible, although I've played like mobile, quote-unquote mobile games in the past. Anything that isn't point and click, it's kind of annoying. Like, the only thing I heard from Call of Duty Mobile that I was like, oh shit, low-key, two things I heard that were smart. One is auto shooting. Like, the way you would play the game is that you walk around, you aim at someone, and then the game would automatically shoot for you, which is kind of ingenious because, like, you don't want to fucking, like, what if you have an iPhone or some phone that has one button and nothing on the screen? Like, what the fuck am I tapping on the screen to shoot? So low-key, that was smart. And then number two, one thing that they were smart to do is that they actually do not allow you to use controllers on mobile. Because already mobile, it's a bunch of kids, a bunch of broke boys who ain't got a console. And there was some people who were actually playing with controllers and basically just pushing everyone's shit in. Which is expected considering the fact that if I have a controller and someone else is using a fucking dog shit Samsung dog shit 4, they're not going to be able to do what I do because I'm a god. So that's two things that when I saw that, I went back to the shareholders at Activision. I let them know. I go, you know what? Good job, guys. You're actually doing a pretty good job. You might not be completely retarded. That whole China thing was pretty fucking dumb. But I'll give it to you this time, guys. You're doing a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie. And by the way, like I said, Friday, BlizzCon. I hope that shit goes well. I hope niggas in Winnie the Pooh mask don't show up. Please, leave my Chinese company alone. Xing sure your. Konnichiwa, bitches. But yeah, I actually got home not too long ago. I got my computer working, which is good. I have about 2 Ethernet cables still to install for my other bullshit. Hopefully the Ethernet cables last as long or longer. I don't know why they fucking died after 2 years. But either way, at the end of the day, I'm home. I'm strong. I got this beautiful, bountiful Vegeta on my team. Life couldn't be better right now. You know what I mean? The only way this could be better if I had Nappa. That's the only way I'd be happy right now in life. And you know what? I want you to be my friend. I appreciate you. But with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and head to bed. Shout out to this Vegeta. Shout out to the drip. Shout out to the hair. Shout out to the swag. Shout out to the armor. Shout out to everything about this card. And hopefully maybe they'll make a fucking DFE Scouter Vegeta. You know, something.